Hey there! If you're watching this video, then I assume you've already seen most of our NIO ES8 review, but in case you haven't, and if that's the video you were looking for, the link is now in the top right corner. This video is a complete walkthrough of the car's UI, which is now finally in English, as well as a quick review of NOMI. Now, this won't be fast, but this will be a thorough exploration of the entire UI, everything that's in there. Let's get started. Disclaimer: the UI and features seen in this video might not be fully finished. Before the final release, the design could still change and some of the features removed because they will be further developed in beta, while other features we didn't see might still be added. Alright, so let's have a look through the UI. That's the settings, but we'll get back to that later. This is the button to recirculate air, to let it, now letting it in, now recirculating, and we can also leave it to automatic. Climate controls. Yeah, it looks very Tesla-like with those animations up there. You got basic vent controls on the left side. You have some buttons to turn the AC on and off, automatic, maximum cooling or heating. Yeah, and your basic fan controls when it's not an automatic. Then there are seat controls for the heating, ventilation, massage, and fragrances, though we don't have anything inserted right now. Let's get rid of that. The temperature slider is actually pretty good. Unlike most cars, you won't accidentally press elsewhere. You can also hit the arrow keys next to the temperature indicators. Those buttons could be bigger, but it's pretty good. Then we already kind of pressed on radio by accident, so let's have a look at that. The radio controls are actually not all that intuitive because I'm not seeing any FM number here, and I could just, I don't know, run some kind of local channel. Yeah, it's a bit unusual. The volume buttons, it's a physical button knob that you can turn for the media volume, and then you can also adjust NOMI's volume separately. So yeah, let's pause that. And yeah, so as you can see, they also have title. I'm sure that Spotify will be coming soon enough. Also, USB media is possible, though we don't have one inserted right now. So yeah, I do see more media coming in this pretty soon, and because it's Android, it should be fairly doable. Let's get rid of that. So yeah, there's a status screen, but when you click it, you basically just go to settings again, which we'll get back to in a moment. There are also separate map settings that cannot be found on the in the main menu. And that's, I think, the only thing that you cannot find in the main menu. Yeah, you have like the size of the map display, and for some reason the map updates are manual. It doesn't happen on its own. I don't know. But the basic map, pinch to zoom works well, but if you want to change perspective like this or rotate the map, yeah, it's not doing that for some reason. Maybe via an update? I don't know. It seems like a basic thing they're missing. Then their keyboard is really, really fantastic. So that's why I'm trying to type here. This is a great keyboard. And yeah, all we need a web browser and we are set to go. Also, just want to point one thing out. Because of the layout of the screen, typing with two hands is also fairly doable. And with layout of the screen, I mean like how far away it is from you. So let's take a look at charging. Yeah, seems to be pretty good. Even shows number of chargers used. Well, when that information is available at least. And yeah, so there's a Bluetooth and some other stuff can be accessed via the icons up there. But let's actually go ahead and start by exploring the main menu. This contains all the car settings. This is just a general status screen, energy consumption. This is a brand new car, of course, so yeah, battery, and while there is no option to charge to say 80%, you do get a choice between 90% and 100% for longer trips. Then doors and windows. The trunk can be opened from the screen, though it does require that you touch and hold for a bit. Then you can control all the windows in the car simultaneously, or choose a favorite position even. Then just some basic door lock settings. Next we move on to lighting. Now the car does have cool LED illumination, but they are not visible during the day. Now, here is where we truly start to see the luxury of this car. The front seats, they're heated, ventilated, and even offer massages. Oh yeah, that feels good. And there are several massage modes as well. The second row seats also have heating, but sadly no ventilation or massage. I really don't know why. NIO, people in the back also like to have these features. Please be fair to the non-first row passengers. Then the memory and profiles for the driver's seat. That in itself is not that special, though configuring alternate rest and other profiles for one driver, that is new to me. Then what is actually a lot less common than you might think, the front passenger seat also has profiles and memory and can be configured from the center console. That screen has nothing else besides easy entry. Now, we briefly mentioned earlier, but you can insert fragrances into the car to make it smell nice. You can also release ions into the air, and the air conditioning has a self-cleaning function. I mean, you can see that this was designed in China because the air quality there is a lot worse, and if you check out the corner, you can turn on the HEPA filter, set it to automatic or to a quiet mode. Driving. So before we move on with something very exciting, here you see the hill descend mode and, more importantly, snow mode that sets traction controls into overdrive, meaning increased safety while driving in the snow or when going off-road like the sand demonstration we showed in the main review video. Alright, now driving. The general drive modes can be accessed here or through a dedicated button right there. Though then the menu will look a bit different. But what I love NIO for most of all is that you can create a custom drive mode. Now, my apologies for the quality here. I accidentally forgot to film this and had to ask someone from NIO to send it. But basically, in the custom profile, you can choose how quickly the car accelerates, how much regenerative braking you get, how your steering wheel feels, your ride height, low and standard, and kind of missing a high profile or a slider here. Then this is cool. How soft or stiff the suspension is. Or for maximum range, whether you want limitations on the air conditioning. Wow, NIO, that is amazing! Now just let us choose between 3 custom profiles and you will be golden. I must point out that there isn't a single other EV, that I've been in at least, that has this. Then, since this car has air suspension, when the car is off and locked, it is already in the lowest position. But, when you just get somewhere, with this button, you can also lower the car to easily load stuff. Then here, this button on the steering wheel can be customized when you hold it down. Stuff like checking the 360 cameras, not to hit something, the SAPA, which stands for Self-Automatic Parking Assist, and the car can record a video of something that happened on the road. Here up on top is a button to quickly check what NIO calls the DVR. Here we can find neutral for the rare case you need it, and jack mode to disable air suspension when lifting the car. Driving assistance. Well, for the basics there's not a lot to say, so I'll just see if info has anything interesting. Lane departure explanation. Sensitivity. Alert type. And a bunch of things here. Rear cross traffic alert, front cross traffic alert, side door open warning. The NOMI assistant that we saw earlier, it can be turned off or set to only reply to the driver, and you can even make a custom wake word. You can also give yourself a name, and it's funny because at the end of the first day when I was filming this, I just changed it to Clean Technica, and the next day, when we got into that car, NOMI suddenly turned to the driver and said, "Welcome, Clean Technica."
Okay, I'll call you Clean Technica.
And we both went like, damn, that is so cool. Sadly, due to a bug, we were unable to recreate and film this, but I already love this feature. So then we have all of the version numbers for parts of NOMI, but those are classified and we have blurred them out. Moving on to display, changing the brightness can be done manually, but probably for the first time ever, I can say that the auto brightness is good enough. I mean, I might be remembering incorrectly, but I think even with Tesla that was not the case. Then heads-up display and the HUD brightness. Also, auto brightness was good enough, and there's also a setting to adjust the height. Moving on to sound. The sound is really, I would say, below average. Like, this is my biggest problem with the car. And I already talked about that in the article, but what I want to point out now is that when you set it to driver balance, driver surround, or front surround, the quality is a bit better. Then a few basic sound settings, yeah, nothing special. Moving on to connect. I mean, I doubt anyone is surprised, but the car has Bluetooth. It can act as a Wi-Fi hotspot, connect to your home Wi-Fi, and apparently you can also disable the wireless charger here, which is pretty good since a phone can get pretty hot on a wireless charger, and with a thicker protective case like mine, it'll just keep trying to connect and keep disconnecting. It's pretty annoying when it happens. So that's pretty good that they have this. Though I'm not sure if I've ever seen a car where you can turn off location functions and mobile internet and remote connectivity as easily as you would do that on a smartphone. It feels to me like those features should, require a PIN code to operate. Then security. So we have the dashcam function called DVR, which impressively can actually hold 8 hours of footage without a USB. Internal memory. Really nice. And controls to the safe box, which lets you lock up your valuables in the car here. So it's great that you can make sure that people cannot open that. Then general seems to have literally the most general stuff of all, though it also has the OTA update settings. And there's just clock, language, reset, and very important to have, feedback. And the car's service phone number. Oh yeah, and some legal documents. Now, we sort of skipped it, but the first one is actually for account settings. It's mostly just passwords, account switching, and apparently something called guest mode. Cool. Now, most importantly, and this is something I initially missed, so I'm relying on footage from NIO again, but by swiping from the left side, you get a quick access menu that you can completely customize. All your favorite features or things you might need quickly, choose where you want to place them, and enjoy easy access. Tesla does not have this. This is smartphone level UI quality. This is probably one of the most impressive parts of the UI, and this is what people really need to know about. Really well done. Then there is the physical apps button. So for now, this is still a bit empty, but this is pre-production software, and NIO can still add a lot of this stuff over the years. So yeah, this car also has a selfie feature that can be activated even using NOMI.
Hi, NOMI.
Yes?
Take a selfie.
And you will find them under photos, and here you'll also find DVR and your emergency videos. But since we already moved on to NOMI, let's talk about that. But first, another disclaimer. NOMI in English and Norwegian are still in training. It is not yet ready. Anything that does not work will likely work by the time the cars are handed over to consumers. Any behavior, responses, and abilities might be changed, and some features might not immediately be available upon release while they are further polished in beta. Before I saw the car in real life, I thought it's the kind of thing that people like in Japan or China, but would not really work in Europe, especially with, men trying to buy a cool electric car. But you know what? It gives the car character and is not nearly as distracting as I thought it would be. It actually brings a smile to my face. Some of it is genius, like to look at a person who needs to put on the seatbelt. Let me pause that for a sec. Mid-journey like this, it just looks at you for a little bit. It'll look at you for a lot longer if you start driving without putting on the seatbelt. But NOMI can do a lot more. Let's have a look.
Hi, NOMI.
Yes?
Open sunroof.
No problem.
Now let's take a look at a longer example when it comes to navigation.
Hi, NOMI.
NOMI is here.
I'm hungry.
Do you want pizzaburger and hanafis or other kiosk and gutachicken?
No thanks.
Okay, it's cancelled.
Hi, NOMI.
What can I do for you?
Navigate to the train station.
Do you want hanafis station or lunner station?
Yes.
Do you want hanafis station or lunner station?
1.
Start navigation. You can also select a route.
Start navigation. Hi, NOMI.
Guidance will start now. Hi there.
Cancel navigation.
The internet connection is too bad, so I can't play music right now. Please wait.
Hi, NOMI.
Yes?
End navigation.
Navigation ended.
Or if you don't know what to ask, try this.
Hi, NOMI.
What can I do for you?
What can you do?
My only job is to make sure you have a good time. You can ask NOMI to control the climate, air purifier, windows, and seats, or navigate, make calls, take pictures, or listen to music or the radio.
The assistant is still in training, but even this alpha version could already do a lot in English. Final bonus, NOMI will also show you that it likes your taste in music. I don't know, it made me smile. The one thing they do need to work on, and this is not English related, it's how it responds to the wake word and listens. Just take a look.
Hi, NOMI. Set the temperature.
NOMI is here.
Set the temperature.
That's something I can't do.
Hi, NOMI. Set the temperature to 20.
What can I do for you? Okay.
It should start responding instantly, not after it finishes turning to you. It should listen at all times, and instead of, "How may I help you?" it should just ask, "Yes?" Much faster. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up so that more people get to see it, and we are also going to be releasing an interview with the head of NIO Norway next weekend, and also a review of the Fiat 500 Electric and the Ford Mustang Mach-E in the near future. So if you don't want to miss that, then subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon. Other than that, I wish you all a great day. Till next time. See ya.